5. Let's set this up. Set this up in the cradle. I think we're live, huh, Bex?
I think so.
All right. Let's set this up.
Oh, yep. I just got the notice you are.
Yeah? Cool. What's going on, everybody? Money Smart guy Matt Sapaula here, hailing to you from the Money Smart Whip, along with my sidekick today. This is Becky Hedberg. Say what's up, Bex?
What's up? What's up? It's a good day.
It's a very good day. We are on our way to
Freeport,
Illinois. For those of you who know, that's Chicago in the right. If you can imagine downtown Chicago, and then northwest, there's this place called Bufu. And right next to Bufu, there's this place called Freeport. That's where we're going. So, hey, Keith Brooks, what's going on, buddy? Good job, man. I'm super proud of you the last couple of days. Doing some things there in Georgia, building a business as an entrepreneur. And did you just bring on board a bodybuilder or something like that? I heard he's good in the weight room or something like that in the Air Force or something. Sagastumi just logged on board. What's going on, guys? So listen, the topic of this live show, we're just having a conversation about it. Why entrepreneurs have a better shot at retirement. Why entrepreneurs have a better shot at becoming financially free, financial independent. Let me cut off my music here. But if you guys are on my Facebook page, I just posted a picture this morning that 49% of all employees, are worried, anxious, and are in fear of their financial situation. Half of all people in America, and this is a survey done by MetLife, but half of all people in America are afraid and fearful and exhausted and anxious about their financial situation. So for those of you logging on, for those of you just streaming in, appreciate you joining us. Let us know if you have been fearful about your financial situation. Let me know if you've been in a situation where you're looking at your bills. I know I was coming out the Marine Corps, and I was a single father, 3 kids at the time, and I was worried about my personal finances. And had somebody didn't introduce me to the world of entrepreneurship, I would have stuck in the Marine Corps, and who knows what had happened to my life. Multiple deployments after that. I had multiple deployments before that, so who knows. But Becky, you're from HR,
Yep,
right?
Yep.
What was your reality working human resources before you heard all the crazy noise downstairs at our financial workshops?
I mean, the reality is most people can't even afford to retire.
Yeah.
Most people, the financial struggle that everybody's having is just people are being okay with living the life they don't want to live. So whatever they were being paid, right, the bosses were telling us what kind of lifestyle we could live. So everybody was just, taking the lifestyle that they probably don't want, but they're just settling for it. And the struggle was real. A lot of people couldn't even do that, so people were getting jobs outside. I know at one point...
So they're getting second and third jobs.
Yeah. I know at one point I had 3 jobs as well.
Whoa.
And it was,
You had 3 jobs at one time?
Yeah.
Hey.
At one time. So,
Me too. Jot in there if you've got 1 job, 2 job, 3 jobs. Second job, matter of fact, comment in the section if you've ever had 2 or 3 jobs at the same time to try to fix your financial situation. So keep going.
Yeah, most people at some point had to do that, right? So, I was working 3 jobs and I was helping my parents and just bills on their own. Because then, of course, I had student loan debt, all that stuff. But it was more and more people that were getting a job outside. And it wasn't changing the situation because it's not like we were making that much more money.
So people in the neighborhoods we grew up in, I mean, Becky and I, if you guys don't know anything about us, we went to school at Morton West and Morton East High School.
Well, Mustangs.
And just want to let you guys know, for those that aren't from Chicago, that is a very wealthy, high, top-notch suburb.
No,
not at all. I think Starbucks barely got into Berwyn, not Cicero.
like a year ago.
Yeah. But the reason why I think a lot of people settle for getting a second job or third job because they don't know any better. They don't know another way. They don't know another route.
Or they go back to school.
To try to delay the student loan payments and whatnot. So Becky and I, we just thought about five reasons why entrepreneurs have a better shot at retirement and becoming financially free and financially independent. If you wouldn't mind, I'd love to see if you guys would share this with your friends on Facebook. And lots of times you're talking about personal finance and entrepreneurship. We have a saying that life gives to the givers, takes from the takers, and has a very accurate accounting system. And if you find it in your heart that this message is something that you need to share with your friends and family about why they should consider entrepreneurship, because if they're not doing something with their own hands to put financial control in their hands, guess what? They're going to be leaning on you. They're going to be dependent on you. Keith Brooks just made a comment there. What was his comment?
He said he went door to door with a shovel in the winter and a lawnmower in the summer. Always had several jobs.
Love it. Keith Brooks knocking doors, man. Kids don't do that these days, especially in the wintertime. Hey, Mr. or Mrs. Smith, can I shovel your driveway for $5? By the way, Keith, how much did you charge people when you shoveled their sidewalk or their driveway, or both? I had multiple jobs. I was recycling cans and newspapers, mowing lawns. So for those of you just joining us on right now, just want to let you guys know at about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock this afternoon, we're also going to be releasing the next weekly episode of our Veteran Entrepreneur Vlog, which is a special edition from our recent trip to Orlando, Florida, from PHP University, which is a school for new entrepreneurs. We're going to be releasing that at about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock this afternoon. So make sure you stay posted to our Facebook page, Money Smart Guy Matt Sapaula on Facebook. All right, so what did Keith say? What was his comment? What did he share?
He said, honestly, whatever they paid me.
Whatever they paid you. All right, so somebody tried to call me. We had to decline that. All right. Irving, what's going on? Irving from Miami. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you. All right, so number one reason why entrepreneurs have a better shot at retirement. We were just talking about no glass ceiling. I mean, the reason I love this car because I can drop the top, right? Not today, we're on the highway, but plus we got an hour and a half drive, but no glass ceiling. As an entrepreneur, no politics, right? Especially for women.
Thank goodness.
Thank God for entrepreneurship for women, right?
Yep, all day.
How do you feel about that? No glass ceilings.
I love it, and I love having that control back in my hands, especially because I have a daughter as well. So, I don't ever want her to think that there's a limit to what we can do and the amount of money we can make. I don't care what the industry is, there shouldn't be a ceiling for that. I know even when I was in HR, there were several rounds where they weren't even giving raises, and I'm like, I'm making $32,000 a year. That's not like life-changing money, and you're still not giving me a raise. They said that I had reached the top of my bracket that I can make.
That's a ceiling right there.
I was like,
were you working really hard?
Yeah, they were doing layoffs there, and I'm just absorbing everybody else's work, but they weren't giving me a raise. They couldn't afford to give me a raise, they said.
My God, that's it.
So I'm forever grateful for entrepreneurship, because I will never have a glass ceiling.
Right, because you control how you elevate yourself as an entrepreneur, right?
That's it. The control's back in my hands, not in somebody else's.
Yeah, that's it. By the way, I'm wearing a capitalist shirt. If you guys go on our website, right, this is a capitalist shirt. True capitalism is about pushing people up, blasting through glass ceiling and past myths and misconceptions. You were just talking about it. The second reason why entrepreneurs have a better shot at retirement than employees is that you're just talking about higher income. Higher income. Right?
Thank goodness.
Higher income, especially as a mom.
Yes.
By the way, you're just telling me about putting your Olivia into martial arts.
Yeah, she's in a martial arts summer camp for the.
And that costs money.
It does. It's not free.
Right? And other things cost money.
Yeah.
Raising a kid costs money.
She eats so much. She probably challenged Matt with how much he eats. She's just, I can't have enough food in the house.
By the way, do you guys know how much it costs to raise a kid from birth to 18 years old? If you have a kid today, to raise them from birth to 18 years old, you know how much it costs? $250,000.
I believe it.
And we're not even talking about college. So you see people with 1, 2, 3, 4 kids, those are the people making a lot of money, right? You would hope so. You would hope so. So if you want to make more money, consider entrepreneurship. Why? Because higher income. So for example, Becky, you just got promoted. You're getting promoted to marketing director. You're writing business on a higher contract. So let's say you do you're in the insurance industry. So let's say you do a $200 a month deal, right? You help a client. They do a $200 a month premium policy with you, right? And the insurance industry is one of those industries where it pays very good fees and commissions. And we're not embarrassed to say that, right? Because it comes out of the marketing advertising budget of the insurance companies, right? Instead of advertising, they outsource it to firms like us. Right? Instead of advertising on TV or radio, they outsource it to firms like us. So you help a client with a $200 a month transaction, what would you earn?
$200 a month. I'll get paid about $2,000 on that.
$2,000. $2,000. What industry do you know where you may take a $200 sale and the next week you get a check for
$2,000.
$2,000. That is the insurance industry. And a lot of people don't realize that is an opportunity. A lot of people in real estate are like, what? People in mortgages are like, what? Lawyers? I was just talking to a lawyer this morning, like, what? All salty about it. Listen, that's the industry. And it's always paid that way, right? And so if you're looking to have a better shot at retirement, consider entrepreneurship, or even better yet, consider the insurance industry. Third reason why entrepreneurship. We're thinking about you were saying why entrepreneurship is what? The new retirement
plan.
The new retirement plan. Entrepreneurship is a new retirement plan. So not only are you making more money, Becky, right? My wife and I are making tons more money than when we were as employees. But you can stuff way more money.
Thank goodness for that too.
You can stuff way more money. 401k is not the only thing you can put your money into. And by the way, speaking of 401ks, you should do a lot of that with when you were at an HR position, right?
Yeah, I had a 401k myself. I had a 401k and putting people in 401ks. And now that I learned how they work, I'm like, oh man, I'd rather have some guarantees for my money instead of putting that risk to it. I don't have money to play with. Even when I'm making big baller money, I still don't have money to play with. I want some guarantees. I want my money to work for me when I'm sleeping. If I'm on vacation, my money's not allowed to.
Yeah, the most amount of money you can put inside a 401k in this tax year is $17,500. If you're over 50, you can put another $5,000, which is $22,500. So if you have the opportunity to make more money and you tuck away more than that, you're stuck. You can't put that in a 401k plan anymore.
Nope.
So you have to do something else. And the worst part about that too is that when you do retire, you pull money out of your 401k plan, and what do you pay, Becky?
Freaking taxes.
Taxes. So what, 20-30% of what you pull out of your 401k, Uncle Sam's got his hand in your pocket too.
And if you don't touch it, I have some people who they are like, I don't need it, that's my emergency money. I'm like, man, you're about to be 70 and a half, you better move it, because otherwise Uncle Sam takes a bigger chunk, half that, 50%.
That's it. Matter of fact, Richard Love just wrote me up with another insurance contract. I was signing up yesterday. I'm getting another insurance policy. But the reason for that, for me personally, because I can stuff more cash into it. And when you pull money out of a properly funded insurance-based retirement plan, how much taxes do you pay on the withdrawal? Zero? That's true? As compared to a 401k, you pay tax later. Another benefit why entrepreneurs, you know things, you start mastering the money game. You master the money game, you master your finances, you control your money, you control your finances. Because last time I control your income, controls you. Another thing too, as an entrepreneur, guess what happens? You own a business. Tax deductions. Like this car, tax deduction. This cell phone I'm talking to you guys on, my iPhone, tax deduction. Your Android, she got an Android.
Yeah, I can swipe.
Tax deduction. We just got some Starbucks because we're on a business trip. Tax deductible. We're gonna go eat lunch later. 50% because we're on a business trip. 50% meals and entertainment deduction. So many. We're about to go to Cancun in July because we're packaging it around a business trip. Tax deductible. If you want to go on my website to talk about how to have tax deductible exotic trips, visit my website, moneysmartguy.com. All right, how'd you like that? It's all bad. I'm just fired up right now. And in addition to that, we have stock options of our own company. We're looking for somebody to buy us. And in December, our CEO founder, Patrick David, along with 18 of our other fellow co-owners, were offered a 9-figure deal for our business. I would have never had that with the 20 years in retirement with the military. Never. Would you have had that with the company you're working for as HR?
No.
Stock options, ownership of that company? No?
No, not at all.
Very few people do. So I can keep going on with number 3. Number 4, talk about freedom. Right now, we're on our way. We could set this appointment in the afternoon, we could set it early in the morning, in the evening, but we just chose the time for it to happen. And by the way, who are we going out to go see?
My brother-in-law.
And where does he work at?
He works for the state of Illinois.
He works for the state of Illinois, right? He works for the state of, and we're educating state employees about entrepreneurship, about mastering the money game.
Because you know what's not secure is their job. They're constantly worried that they're the ones that are going to be laid off, because state budget cuts affects every single one of them.
Yeah, yes. By the way, today, speaking of freedom and control, what's the birthday today? We were just on USA Today.
For the stock exchange. 225 years ago today.
Show them the article. Check this out, everybody. Happy birthday, New York Stock Exchange. Happy birthday, show them again. Happy birthday, New York Stock Exchange today. Happy birthday, 225 years ago. 24 guys started New York Stock Exchange. So happy birthday to the New York Stock Exchange 225 years ago. 24 people?
24 people.
24 merchants, 24 business owners started the New York Stock Exchange. And amazing what had happened with that decision. It turned America into what it is today because entrepreneurs got together. Ain't that crazy? Entrepreneurs got together. New York Stock Exchange.
24 crazy people got together, molded the world now, molded the way we finance things, molded the way companies make money. Make money.
Exactly. The way we all make money.
Yeah.
And for those of you that's watching us right now, we gave you four reasons. We want your contribution. What do you think a 5th reason, for those of you who are entrepreneurs, what do you think a 5th reason is why entrepreneurs have a better shot at retirement? Number 1, we mentioned, what was number 1? No glass ceiling?
No glass ceiling.
Number 2?
It's the
higher income opportunities. Number 3?
tax advantage.
Yeah, more retirement plan options outside of just 401k. 4th one we just mentioned, freedom and flexibility. What do you guys think the 5th one is? Why entrepreneurs have a better shot at retirement? I want to know.
It says Dream Builders in Riverside, Cali are representing.
Nice.
That's Jacob, and then Dan says, "How broke were you while you were in the military?"
I was so broke. I couldn't even say the phrase. I was so broke I couldn't pay attention. I was making $20,000 a year as a sergeant in the Marine Corps. I was bringing home approximately $800 to $830 every 2 weeks. And my wife and I were just looking at our cash flow here. The first 15 days of May, we're already at $40,000 of income. The first 15 days of May. Isn't that crazy? So I made double in the last 2 weeks what I used to make in the military times 2. I used to make $20,000 a year in the military because of entrepreneurship, not because somebody taught me how to budget, not because somebody taught me how to put money inside a 401k plan or purchase life insurance, because somebody taught me capitalism and entrepreneurship. My wife and I today are building a business across the country when we earned already $40,000 in the first 15 days of May. Twice of what I used to make in a year as an entrepreneur versus the military.
Thank goodness
Right?
for being an entrepreneur. Juan says Capitalistas.
What's up, Juan? Is that Juan Maldonado?
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
So does Nestor. He says he's in the house. Saying, what's his name? Jason Cohen saying, having a really nice nest egg when you retire.
Yes.
This should be the 5th.
Yes. Very nice nest egg. That's it. I give you another one. I give you a 5th one. Entrepreneurship has forced me to have higher level conversations with people more successful than I am. It caused me to stretch my brain. And because it's caused me to stretch my brain, it caused me to ask better questions about money, about government, about politics, about capitalism versus socialism. And I'm not going to get into Trump or anything like that. But what do you think? I want to know from you guys, what do you think entrepreneurs have a better shot at retirement than the 49% of all employees out there who are fearful and anxious about their financial scenario.
Kurt Mitchell says, "Hola from South Georgia. Just joined the team via Keith.
What's up, Kurt? How you doing, buddy?
Started.
Dude, we're excited to have you on board, man. We're excited to have you on board. And dude, I'm telling you, man, it's such an exhilarating feeling when you're fighting for your country, and then you transition that to fighting for your own family, your own financial future. What an exhilarating feeling. And be prepared to put those 16, 18-hour days over here. At least you get paid for what you're worth."
Keith Brooks says, "Because entrepreneurs don't settle. Competition to always do better."
That's it.
That is it.
The brain stays sharp. I've seen a lot of people when they retire. I mean, what do you think about retirement? Sitting on the couch with the remote? See, when that happens, the brain starts to not be used. When something's not be used, it atrophies. Your brain starts to atrophy. Your people skills start to atrophy. The 20, 30, 40 years of you building a career, you building a business, you building relationships is gone because somebody taught you the concept, the outdated concept of retiring, sitting on your ass, watching TV all day.
Complacency kills.
Complacency kills. Good one. I like that. I like that.
Nestor says, "Because if you stay long enough..." Oh, nope, I lost it. Jacob says, "Simply put, financial education entrepreneurs never stop learning. We never stop applying what we learn."
That's it.
Keith Brooks says, "Use it or lose it."
That's right, because you're in constant creation mode. You know, something a lot of my veteran entrepreneurs ask me, a lot of veterans getting out and transitioning out of the military. I showed my wife from the El Toro, Marine Corps Air Station El Toro counseling department. It was on a PIC certificate. I was dealing with 16 weeks of PTSD counseling. I actually shredded it because I wanted it to be part of my past. I should have never shredded it. But one of the reasons why a lot of veterans reach out to me because they're dealing with PTSD. Matter of fact, I was just talking to my buddy who came back from Afghanistan, dealing with some major PTSD issues. He's been in a study with a Heinz VA hospital, and I told him one of the ways that guys can deal with depression or PTSD and things like that is through entrepreneurship, because it causes you to think, causes you to look out the windshield, which is a whole lot bigger than the rearview mirror. And when you're going through what you went through and dealing with that situation and dealing with the heartache of dealing with that sad scenario that a lot of guys deal with, that trauma, and you just constantly talk about what you went through. For me personally, I saw it, got old and I got mad. I got frustrated at it. But when I started creating content, I started creating new growth, stretching my mind because I had to grow a business, I had to feed my family. I wanted to continue to grow and develop. I was able to get distance away from that stuff. So if you guys, by the way, please do share this with a veteran that's transitioning out of the military. Tag them in the comment section or just share it on your profile. That will definitely help spread a word of encouragement to their life and help them get into thinking how to take greater financial control. Because listen, everybody, as we close off this live stream, if you don't take care of yourself, the question you got to ask yourself is, who will? Who is going to take care of you? Family? Friends?
The government?
The government? Church? Charity? You're leaning on everybody. And where do you want dignity on? You want dignity with you? Or do you want dignity leaning on somebody else? See, entrepreneurs choose to take personal self-control, self-dignity, and guess what? The government, in terms of its favorable laws for entrepreneurs, want to help you with the favorable tax laws. And that's what I've been experiencing the last 19 years. Any last comments before we sign off?
Yvette says, well said. Dan Trey says, men and women have died to give us something because of an entrepreneur, and I don't want to waste that. My man Dan, I love it, and he's from Dallas. Oh, okay. Appreciate that comment, brother. With that being said, everybody, thanks for tuning into this live stream. 5 reasons why entrepreneurs have a better shot at retirement. Be sure to stay posted to our Facebook page at approximately 2:30, 3 o'clock this afternoon. The next episode of Living Money Smart will be uploaded to our Facebook channel. That's right. Money Smart, baby! All right, appreciate you guys. Please like, share, comment this video. That being said, on behalf of Miss Becky Hedberg and yours truly, Money Smart Guy, thanks for tuning in.
Until we meet again. Continue to live smart, continue to love smart, and be money smart today. Woo! God bless you guys.
Have a good
day.
one.